A mother you had to kill, a child whose arm you had to remove, and a friendship which you vowed to keep together despite the pointlessness of its goal. I seem to have no knack for causing you nothing but distress. A long time ago, a priestess named Cardigan took a vow to understand the goddesses by experiencing the unknown. This took the form of walking several miles into uncharted lands. East of Pleace's capital, Ring, the lands simply became known as East Desert. At the end of her journey, she understood not the machinations of the gods, but the tribulations of mortal kind. Revoking her faith, she created this temple in an effort to combine the abilities of the goddesses with the will of her fellow mortals. The end result is what you are seeing here today. Its true purpose is something I'd rather you see than outright tell you, as you need to experience the 3 simulations first. But I can tell you this. Drake and I found Cardigan's temple many years ago, and have used its capabilities to see our ideals come true. What form did these ideals take? Heroes. A subject of which Drake and I debated over for many years until it inevitably tore us apart. He believed heroes were born after facing terrible, traumatic events that would force the victims to display virtue and kindness. I believe they could be created. By giving them the correct tools, heroes could be found in anyone. Warriors tasked with ridding the land of the undead through violence. Idealists who believed action was the only way to save their home. Common folk who needed a panacea for their dying child. A priest whose sympathies belonged to a culture from a different world. Greenhorns who only wanted answers to the impossible questions they become aware of through no fault of their own. And of course, the girl we chose to shepherd an entire civilization into our world to lead a revolution. I'm betting that would be Bytari. You created Bytari? It was a mutual effort between Drake and me, but that is where his involvement ends. Through use of various trinkets, the ghost amulet, spring vials, my medallion, expansion discs, I thought it was possible. What we did to Bytari, however, was a mistake. How did you fail? Bytari was our failure. We were young, naive. We did not know the extent of the temple's abilities, and thus we abused them. Instead of giving her a physical object to extend her abilities and thus allow her to cope with this change, we opted to grant her permanent abilities. Specifically, the ability to pull any creature from worlds outside of our own. So, like the pixies, then. She did it as expected, at first. But fate had other ideas. She was given no explanation, no reason, just a direction she never understood, and it tormented her inexperienced mind. Madness engulfed her, and she became the warmongering sociopath you've met beneath her involuntary imprisonment. What became of her? Do I even need to tell you? You know, I thought I was doing a really good job at taking this all in, but I completely glossed over the vials part. You would not be in this position if I had listened to Drake before our parting. If I had understood my folly then, perhaps the world would be in a better place. It wasn't until seeing fury within the volcano that I realized the culmination of my failures. Each candidate had only their doom to see upon receiving their gifts. Hold on. Each candidate had only their doom to see to upon receiving their gifts. Perhaps Drake was right. What will you do now? Nothing has changed. We are still on course to reach the summit. Unlike the others, I am allowing you to choose how you want to be bestowed. And if your choice is to abstain, then so be it. I've spent enough time in the shadows. The next simulation won't be ready until tomorrow. You should get some rest for now. I can only imagine what it will be like. So the vial, apparently, according to Orgaia, is the Heatrus vial, which we somehow lost at some point. Even though we needed it to cure one of our friends. Although in hindsight, not sure how much good it would have been, considering she wound up being kidnapped. Although we could have cured her before she was kidnapped. Or did we? Been a bit. I forget whether we got the vial before or after she was sick. Alright, save them. Are we about to have another vision? We're having another vision. I was told the name of this guy at some point in this adventure, but I failed to write it down. Unless it's Oglisius. I have in my notes to find Oglisius, but... Okay, it's Ratton. The game told me at some point. Now that I have a reminder... 10 is bald guy. Save them? Save them! Do not kill me. Okay, it was Hetrana that let the name slip. Okay. Do not kill. I'm gonna definitely remember that. Don't kill the bald guy if we want to save them. I'm assuming it's the friends that we're trying to find. Gonna be really interesting when we finally find out how Ratton plays a role in this adventure. You're here because of these visions, aren't you? How did you know? You and Mira were not exactly quiet about your operations. Oh yeah, that's true. I'm also aware that Mitoma has been attempting to discern their true nature. I can't imagine she'll make any progress, though. It's possible they are only meant to be discerned by the coal rod alone. Then again, it's equally possible that they have nothing to do with it. What do you mean? Well, ask yourself, are you receiving these visions because of what you are, or is it the other way around? Perhaps if you are able to figure out the meaning behind them, then you'd be given an even greater advantage than what even this temple allows. But I'm being presumptuous. They may mean nothing at all. I'm against that notion simply because of the peculiar way you sleep, but this is also an area I'm unfamiliar with. Well, anyway, the next simulation should be ready now. Allow me to explain what it is you'll be doing, and we can get started. No way, bub! Why am I going to say that? Of course I'm not going to say that. And, I'm going to assume it's not the same as before. In the birth simulation, you are faced with 3 quick decisions based around the core idea you are meant to be integrated with. In a sense, it acts as a thesis of that idea. This next one, the life simulation, will serve as a deconstruction of it, exploring its themes through various stages. Instead of 3, you will be making a single decision at the end of it, after you've been able to witness everything that came before. Gotcha. You'll be faced with new environments and people this time, which is to say, don't expect to see the 2 children again. That's all, really. Just pay attention to the context clues and try to figure out what you need to learn from it. That is absolutely crucial for the final simulation. Now then. Okay, this actually sounds like something really important. I'm going to keep in mind everything that has happened in this simulation in order to make the correct decision at the end. We've already gone through the birth simulation. Now we're going to go through the life simulation. Maybe it's because it isn't scary. It's sad. Who am I I suppose that was bound to happen eventually. Oh, why do you get to be the cat? I'm guessing I am playing a very minor role in this scenario. Once again, it's up to you to gather as much information as you can to try and find out how to proceed. Yes, in this particular simulation, I'm going to be tested right at the very end of it, so I need to pay close attention to what's going to happen. By the way, have fun walking around on all fours. I would say that would probably take some getting used to, but typically characters in these scenarios automatically know how to walk comfortably on all fours without issues. It's kind of weird that. Although, does this place look familiar to you at all? I can't imagine how that would be possible, but be vigilant. Well, on the bright side, I appear to be a girl. Oh. Is it? Is it? Is there a church up here? I know where this is. Wow. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and give my theory right now. The spirit of the temple might be Archon. Now, don't tell me if that's actually correct, because I don't know that yet. But the fact that this town resembles the one that Archon was from really makes me suspect that. Enough that I am suspecting it out loud. I've been here before. I suspect I have too. It's likely that the temple is drawing inspiration from places we both visited, mostly due to the fact that it is a shared experience. It's rare, but not unprecedented. What am I doing again? As with the last one, you are attempting to learn what the situation is so that you can progress. Unlike the last one, there won't be a decision to make at the end. I thought it was gonna be, won't be a decision to make until the end. Just go through it as you normally would. Alright. Also, as it turns out, this music is really quiet, so I upped the volume back up a little. I'm not gonna raise it any more than this, though, because that would just make some of the other songs be too loud. Hey! Don't steal that! It's mine! I wasn't trying... Hey, maybe this is the point that I've been thinking about this entire game, where going into somebody's houses without their permission would just be a bad idea. Can I at least talk to you? Okay, welcome to our humble abode, traveler. You are a traveler, right? You're not Marjorie and I just forgot you again? I don't know. Should I write that name down? I'm gonna write that down just in case. Because there could be a test at the end. Was it 3 or 4? Oh, hello. Sorry. Trying to cook something. It's hard without a recipe. I don't know, my grandma does that all the time. Usually works out. She likes to call them concoctions. Honestly, I like to call them concoctions too. Hello there, traveler. Hi. Bye. This house is empty. It's probably not supposed to be mine, given that people don't seem to recognize me. Unless you have a chicken for me, then I suggest you leave. Okie dokie. Greetings, traveler. Unfortunately, the minister isn't seeing anyone today. Unless... Are you perhaps the contact? Yes. Oh? Then you must know what the meeting's about. The chickens? Huh, I assumed as much. You're not the first person to try and get in here. Nice try. It totally is. This is totally based on the village of the Geiken. You again, I told you no one is allowed entry today. I feel like I have already goofed. There's a meeting. And they are supposedly waiting for this contact. It's possible that is in fact who you are in this simulation. Because you yourself don't know what the meeting is about, the contact is unable to gain access. My suggestion is to do a bit of detective work. Try and see if anyone else in the village is willing to part with any details. What's this meeting about? Are you talking about the meeting with the minister? Sorry, we haven't a clue. I'll find somebody who knows. It's probably the chicken person. Referring to the meeting with the minister? Well, I don't know much, but... Well, a few days ago I lent my cookbook to my neighbor, but every time I try to get it back she says I'm stealing it and kicks me out of her house. I think she just forgot it was mine. Huh. If you can get that back from me, I'll tell you what I know. Deal? Well, this is actually a little more interesting than I expected. And your oven is on. Oh dear, you may be right. Well, that was easy. Ah, my cookbook! Good on you. Okay, all I know is that apparently one of the minister's friends is coming to the meeting. So potentially I'm one of the minister's friends. Hello there, Trevor. What's this meeting about? Rather forward of you. Wanting to see the minister? I wonder if he's finally settling down. He never seems that interested in any of the women he meets. Anyway, I've only heard rumors and the like. You know, I might be able to part with said rumors if you do something for me in return. Sure. Here. She hands you several pink lilies. I've been meaning to plant these around town. See the plots of dirt near the stairways? Just plant these and those, and then we can talk. Alright. This is disappointingly simple compared to the book situation. Alright, there you go. Ah, I see you've done as I asked. Well, fair's fair. Don't ask me how or from where, but I've heard that it has something to do with the peninsula. I should write this stuff down too. Something to do with peninsula. And I already forgot the first thing. I was thinking I should write down the first thing, but it's like, nah, that's so simple. I'm not going to forget that. Whoops. Bring me all of the chickens. All of them. Right now. Okay, this one is going to be more fun. Maybe not so fun. Oh wait, I thought maybe we'd have to, like, lure them to the place. Well, in that case, I'm just mashing the confirm button, and that's picking them up pretty easily. Was that all of them? That one don't count. My chickens! The chickens are telling me something about a sickness. That's all they know, so stop asking. Oh, wait, what? Oh, this was a thing in the first simulation. There was a sickness from the peninsula that wound up killing Archie's mom. Well, we have a common theme now. You again, hmm? I told you, no one is allowed entry today. I am the contact. This again? You don't even know what the meeting is about. Oh, it could be any one of those. The peninsula. Yes, actually. But what about it? The sickness there? Ah, yes, this is true. So it's just you two, yeah? You're nosy. No, a friend is coming. Oh, I guess you really are this elusive contact. Very well, go on in. Alright, saving before I mess anything up here. Hello there. I'm surprised the guard let you in. Are you the minister? Yup. You can just call me Archie. Oh my goodness, it is! Okay, so these are directly connected. I was wondering about that. Before the stream, I was tempted to remove the information from the previous simulation from my notes, but I decided just in case I should keep that information, just in case it's still relevant. Well, this was my reaction. You're Archie? It's a nickname. I prefer it over my real name. Anyway, do you have a letter for me? A letter? Oh. Actually, no, this makes more sense. Our inside guy wouldn't want any physical evidence to fall into the wrong hands. Is that it? Well, no worries then. I would prefer it, though, if we had this conversation in the grove behind this building. I have a guy coming as well. Meet me there. Archie? That's not possible. The simulations are not meant to continue from the previous ones. It defeats the entire purpose. It is possible, although remotely, that this is just a coincidence. However, if his guy is Ben, then I don't know. I don't know how to respond to this. We'll both just have to find out. Did we have, like, that conversation telepathically or something? 'Cause I'm still in here, and you're still at the entrance to the village, I'm pretty sure. Go to this meeting. We need to find out what's going on. I wonder where the sheep is in all this. If Karen's the cat, then who is the sheep? I'll be honest, you look very young, but it's irrelevant. We started building this town much younger than you. Are you Archon? Archon, Archie... Anyway, here he is. That looks like Ben. Archie! It's good to see you, Ben. Undol, thank you for bringing him here. Undol? Well, now we know where the sheep is. What? Haha, must be sick? He probably had grass again. I swear I've been trying to get him off it for months now. Yeah, because he's a sheep. I don't know if that's the grass you were talking about, but... It's fine. Is that the contact? Yes. It seems we're good to go. Good, because Milroy plans on attacking the peninsula in just 3 days. I'm pretty sure I've read that name in a book. What? What do you mean attack? What's there to attack? Believe me, I understand the outburst. This is why our insider wants to speak with us, and why we need to leave immediately. Right, let's go. I hope I was paying good attention to those books, because I have a feeling I'm about to be tested on those. I was right. It's them. The simulation is reusing its characters and situations. Oh, it's a little bit more than that. Why? And this thing with the peninsula, you don't think? Are they referring to the Pleiades Peninsula? Lady, I would bet money on it.